Just going on the back of last season, we achieved top four, went into the middle eights. Looking forward to this season. It's about building, isn't it, on that top four position now?
Yeah, we're extremely happy with what we achieved throughout the season. Probably a little bit disappointed what happened with the middle eights, finishing bottom there. But, injuries took a toll on what we did. But got much more depth this year than we had last year and a much bigger squad. And hopefully, if the lads on dual reg, if Leeds can have an injury, not free year, but not like they did last year at the back end, that we can keep them dual reg lads with throughout the year. It'd be great for us.
And as you're saying, we have got that strength in depth now. John Sharp's made some signings in the off-season. If everybody keeps fit, there's going to be some contention for those first-team spots this year, aren't there?
Yeah, throughout the season, and now to start the season, probably even more so because we've got pretty much full fit this year. Up to now, we've picked up no injuries really through these trial games, and everyone's done really well so far. There's no one you could say that's not really performed. So pressure's on everyone in every position at the moment. We've got sort of 4 half-backs. God knows how many pops at the moment. Pressure's on myself, Bozzy, all the lads there. The young lads like Coops last year. He's been starting up the last sort of 3-4 games and really acquitted himself well.
And it is a mixture of experience and youth, isn't it, in the squad? Are you seen as one of the leaders now in this squad with all the experience that you've got?
I try to be anyway. Obviously I've been around a long time now. I think this is my 18th, 19th year playing. So I try to pass on to the lads, but what I get back from them is they pushing me as well. So they're bringing out the best in me, and I'm just trying to help them along.
And how's pre-season been going for you, and looking forward towards the start of the season? How's training been going for you personally?
For me personally, great. I mean, much better Nick this year. I've had another season under Billy. He's brought my strength and my weight back up. I'm really looking forward to it. So on a personal note, I feel great, ready to go.
Richard, last time we talked to you were very early in pre-season. It were a cold day then, it's a cold day today again. How's it been going, all the training?
Yeah, real good. I found first week quite tough, but now our 3 weeks till start of season, we've started playing a few games. I feel a lot better. Coming in that week early has made a massive difference to lads, and everyone's raring to go now. We've looked real good in friendlies. This week, tomorrow's game against Wakefield, no disrespect to other opposition, but this week is going to be a real test to see where we're at and that.
And how important is it for you as a player and as the team to have these pre-season games?
Yeah, it is really important. First few weeks you're running and there's no to look forward to at end of week, whereas now friendlies are coming every week, and we're training real hard still, but there's something to look forward to every week.
First game, we've got Halifax away. It's going to be tough opposition against some former teammates of yours.
Yeah, I enjoyed Boxing Day. They'll probably say they had a load of kids out on Boxing Day, but we could only play what's against us, but it'd be totally different in first game at season. All lads are talking about it already. We're really looking forward to it, and we want to hit ground running, and a big season for us.
And just looking at the photo shoot then, all the players lined up all together, there's some real talent in this squad this season, isn't there? Yeah,
there is. It's a great squad. Everybody knows that they need to turn up every week. Though it's all right having a good squad on paper. But we've got to put hard yards in for each other and stuff, and make it work. It's not just going to happen itself. It might not be as pretty as we want it to be at the beginning, but hopefully we'll work hard as a team, and team spirit's there, so hopefully we'll be fine.
And we were talking to Darryl earlier about his experience. You've got a similar level of experience, haven't you? And do you see yourself as the main leaders of the pack?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not one for shouting at people and stuff like that. Hopefully my game will speak for itself, and my leadership is the way that I play. I'm not, like I say, I'm not one for shouting at blokes, but if I want to step my game up and stuff and lead by example, that's the way I'll do it.
Scott, sat on the sidelines for a lot of last season. How frustrating was that for you?
Very frustrating, really. As well as you've been a member at team, you don't feel like a member at team as when you're injured. So pretty disappointing, but it's good to be back playing now.
You put it all behind you. Obviously, been watching you in pre-season, and you're going great at the minute, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying my rugby at the minute. I came back about a month early, so I took a bit of a gamble with that. But my leg feels fine, and I'm really looking forward to the season starting now.
And when you're on the pitch, you kind of a lot of the fans have been talking about how you're doing these elusive runs and putting people in for tries like you did with Ardo last week. Feeling good?
Yeah, feeling really good. I think I've just took the positives out of a bad situation. Really, I've worked hard at the gym, and I think I've got a bit stronger. Billy's worked hard with me, and it's paying off, so it's good.
And there's been some new members come into the squad this season. How are they all gelling in with the rest of the team?
They're gelling really well. We've got a good set of lads this year, and coming to training, it's a lot more fun, and everyone's having a good laugh, and they're working hard with each other.
We've been at a photo shoot this morning, and there just seemed to be a good buzz about the place, a bit of camaraderie going on.
Yeah, everyone's taking mick out of each other all the time and having a laugh. But it's a bit cold. Can't wait to get a nice warm shower.
And just looking forward to 2017 season, going for that top 4 space, aren't we, I guess?
Yeah, definitely going for that. That's one of his goals. But I think we can achieve higher than that this year, and I'm really looking forward to the season this year.
Matty, have you been going in pre-season? You got that injury last season. It must have been really frustrating for you on the sidelines. And obviously you're getting some game time now. How's it been going?
Yeah, really good. I'm glad I've put that behind me now and moving forward, which is really good. And the training's just been ripping into training. It was a long pre-season, obviously season last year with the injury and a bit of a lonely place as well. But I've come out the better side of that, and I'm probably a stronger person for it. And the performance-wise on the field is going all right. To be fair, I'm enjoying my rugby, and John's put a bit of confidence back into me as well.
And John's made some new signings, hasn't he, in the off season? How's that fitting in with the rest of the players in terms of on the field performances?
Yeah, really good. We've got a lot of size this year. Big Richie Moore's come in, and there's Frankie, Jay Walton. They're just a couple to mention, and then we've got a few more as well. They add a lot of strike to our team, and hopefully can bring a lot more than what we had last year as well, and hopefully we can take a step further this season compared to last year.
And in terms of the season coming up, we've got Halifax away the first game, and we will be looking for a top 4 space. Who do you think will be the main clubs that are the main contenders to Featherstone achieving that?
You obviously got to look at OKR. They're a full-time squad who have come down from Super League. They'll be looking to bounce back up. You've got London who are full-time as well, but we're just concentrating on ourselves, and hopefully we can, if we put our performances right, we know that each week we can compare with any team, and hopefully we'll be up there at the end.
And you yourself, you can play in different positions. What's your personal favourite place to play? Are you just glad to get out on the field?
Yeah, well, like I say, after the year I had last year, I'm just happy to be out there and hopefully playing every week. So that's just my main focus at the moment.
You look at that team, and I think we've got a lot of strength in depth. We were a bit patchy in places last season, relied on Leeds a bit, and obviously we know what happened with Leeds, but I think we've recruited well off season. We've got some strike, we've got some size, and we've got a bit more cover at half back. Wildy's come back, looks great. Turner's come back, he looks great. Pre-season's gone fantastic. So yeah, I'm really excited about this season. It feels there's a real good feel about it. A real good feel about the whole club. We've done a lot of developments in the off season. The new shop's gone really well. The new reception, thanks to John Lycett. There's a lot of things happening. We're hoping to start on the new business units, which will finish that corner off. We've got some good sponsors, really who's committed to us again this year. So yeah, everything's going really good.
Like you say, lots going on, and we got that top 4 spot last season that has enabled us to build a little bit, hasn't it, on developing the club on and off the pitch. How important was it for us to achieve that top 4 spot?
Yeah, it makes things a lot easier. Last season was a real struggle, but we don't just rely on that. That's why we built. We wanted to develop all the stadium, utilise all this land. What's been here 100 years. We want to. His goal is to fill every bit of this land by 2021 and the club's centenary. which will increase his revenues. And if we can keep doing that, we'll keep Featherstone up there and up the top. We'll keep challenging, because good teams cost money.
And that top 4 spot, as you say, it was really valuable. It's important that we build on that now, isn't it, and achieve another top 4 spot this season with the signings that we've made.
Definitely, nobody can rest on the laurels. You look at the team, you look at the league. You can't pick an easy game, and if you're off your game, like we found out a few times last year, if you're off your game, you'll get beat. And there's no two ways about that. The players have got to be on it every week. And this season we're having a bit more strength in depth. Players are going to have to be on it to get in the team every week. Otherwise, they'll find themselves dropping back.
And you talk about the off-field developments. There's a buzz going on about the place, isn't there? Like you say, with the new superstore that's opened, the arrival of some new staff as well, just to bring Featherstone Rovers into a club that's fit for purpose going forward, isn't it? And like I say, there's definitely that buzz. I can feel it today.
There is. We can't neglect. Everything what happens around the club happens. If the team's doing well, everything else works out a lot easier. But we've got to keep upstaffing and upskilling as staff, and I think we've strengthened that in the off season. Obviously, Davide Longo's come on board, who's got a real nous, who's got a lot of nous for an opportunity and anybody speaks to, he's got a commercial tag onto it, where it comes out of that meeting and he's got a deal. He's a real deal closer, and he'll keep doing that. He's pushing his staff really hard, but they're all buying into it.
And what we need as well down here are the people to turn out in the numbers as well and support the club. How important is that?
Well, everything we do, we want them to turn out in numbers. We had some fantastic crowds in last year. We saw the ground nearly full for 4 times last year, and I can remember thinking years ago, my goal will be to see this ground full, and we saw it 4 times last year. So we've got to build on that. That's one of the reasons fetching Ryan Sparks on board to create. To drive the media and get everybody buzzing about and looking forward to the game on a Sunday. It does work, because we've done it in the past. We've had 4,000 here for Sheffield on a Thursday night. So we know if we do target it and we can staff it and push it, we can get good crowds here, because Featherstone in this area loves its rugby league. And if we're putting on a good product, they'll come.
Keel, when we talked to you before, it was just at the start, you'd just signed for Featherstone Rovers. How's the training been going since then?
Oh, it's been fantastic. It's been brilliant. It's been real tough, but I think all the teams had a good digging pre-season, and obviously I think it's shown in the first 3 friendlies. We've had some really good performances, and I'm really looking forward to the season now. Yeah. And
you got some game time under your belt now, haven't you? How are you fitting in with the rest of the play with the players?
Yeah, fitting in real good. I think we've all gelled together, pretty good. Obviously we've had quite a lot of interchanges here and there in the friendlies, because we've been playing more, like squad of 22 every game. So there's been a lot of changes. So we haven't really had that continuity, between the team. But I think to bear that in mind, I think we've all gelled real well.
First game against Halifax away. It's going to be a tough start for the Rovers, isn't it? But how do you think that the squad are well prepared for that?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Obviously, we played them Boxing Day, but you can't take much into that. And then we've obviously played York and Hunslet. But I think these next 2 weeks, Wakefield and Leeds, they're going to be 2 real tests for us as a team. And I think after these 2 games, we'll sort of know where we are at. I'm not disrespecting Hunslet and York, but obviously they're in Championship 1, so we're going to be playing Super League opposition for 2 weeks now, and hopefully that can set us in good stead, leading to the Halifax game round 1.
And with your experience that you've got of playing at different clubs, is that something that you're bringing to Featherstone Rovers?
Maybe so. Obviously, I've been around a few years now, but I'm still only 26, so it's more leadership. And I try and be a bit of a leader, bearing in mind that an hooker needs to be a leader anyway. So it comes quite natural to my game. So it's if I can bring anything to the team, which is going to have a positive effect on the team, it'll be good.
And obviously there'll be the goals for the club. The goal is to achieve a top 4 spot at the very least. What are your personal goals for this season coming up?
I just want to be consistent, be consistent every week in my performances, and like you say, add something to the team which is positive. As long as if I can be consistent week in, week out, and do what John wants me to do, and obviously what's good for the team. That's my number one aim, and then if everybody in the team does that, I've got no doubt that we'll get in that top 4, with the quality that we've got in this squad.
Davide Longo, you come into the club this season, one of the new members of staff. How's it going so far? How's it feeling down here?
Yeah, it's doing well at the moment. I mean, I came in here with a specific agenda of trying to bring a bit more professionalism to the team off the field, and I think we're certainly moving in the right direction. We've made a couple of new appointments in Liam Geddes, the new commercial manager, and Ryan Sparks, head of communications, and they're already starting to make a bit of a positive footprint down here.
It's certainly a buzz going round here today. We're here at the photo shoot and you can feel that buzz. There's lots of changes going on off the field and it's definitely something happening.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, if we wanted to perform like a champion team on the field, we have to perform like a champion team off the field, and it came to a bit of a surprise to me that somebody told me that we didn't have an official team picture last year. And this is one thing. This is the start of a lot of changes that's going to be happening down at Featherstone. We've got a new matchday publication tomorrow that's being launched at the Wakefield game. We're hopefully going to get the website up and running on the 7th of February. And we wanted to communicate with the fans as good as we can do. And the fans forums are an opportunity for them to do that. And we've got that one coming up on Thursday the 2nd of February as well. So that's a season launch event that we're having there. So we want as many people down there as we can. And like we said, it's got to be an open and transparent communication pathway. So if we're going to be doing positive stuff out there, we want the fans to certainly buy into what we're doing and not go on these social media sites and start gossiping on there. And if they've got any issues, just pick up the phone or email in, and we'll try to make the changes.
Yeah, and we're just saying to Mark when we were interviewing him about how important it is that the fans do come and turn up and support the club in the numbers.
They're the main stakeholders of the club. Without the fans, we don't have a club. So it's absolutely important that this season, the fans buy into what we're doing. The changes that we are making are for the better. They're not here to hinder anybody. We want the fans to come down here, make sure you have a good time. Again, the matchday experience is something that we need to look at, and we're certainly moving towards that. We're launching the new mascot on the Friday game against Leeds, and again, it possibly might upset a few people, but you know what? The reason behind it is absolutely the right reason why we're doing the change. So, again, we'll explain when we launch a new mascot in what that's attracted so far. And like we said, get down here, support the boys. I personally believe this year we have got a real shot at that pole position. I'm not buying into what everybody's telling me about Hull Kingston Rovers. Yeah, I'm not delusional as well. They are going to be a strong outfit, but you know what? We've got a real shot. We've got a good team this year. We've got the dual reg partnership with Leeds Rhinos, and again, if we need those players to drop in, we've got that access to them, and I can feel a real positive vibe going on down here for 2017.
And just looking at the pre-season games and the performances that the lads have put in, and also the strength in depth of the squad, it's got to put us up there as one of those challenges, like you say.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I've only seen the Halifax game on Boxing Day. I've been working the other two home games, so I have looked at the DVDs, and although York and Hunslet didn't really put up much opposition against us, that I thought the players really stuck to the game plan that they went out to achieve. I think defensively we've been very, very strong, and I think most of the teams that you see that succeed in this championship have to be on the back of strong defences. So I think the game against Wakefield tomorrow is certainly going to prove to be better opposition against us. But I'm excited. I think this year if we can get off to a good start, which when you look at the fixtures, they're favourable as such. We need to get out and get off the blocks, and although we're not taking them for granted, you know, the team's, you know, the first home opener for us down here against Oldham, you know, we've just got to get on that momentum and be up there and challenging for that top spot.
And with Hull KR adding into the league, and also perhaps the good news that Bradford have sorted themselves out, it means that we will get some decent home crowds down here as well.
Well, certainly with Featherstone Rovers. I mean, I've been part of other clubs where they bring a massive following, and yeah, Bradford. I think it's great for the Championship. You know, there's a lot of people talking in a negative way that they should have been dropped out of the Championship into League One, but I don't really agree with that. I mean, personally, for us as a club, it's better having the Bradford Bulls in our Championship. That, you know, and for us, you know, we have to generate our own fan base as well. You know, we have to be a club that's you know, that's getting at least, you know, 2,000 home fans down here, and then, you know, the 500 or 600 on top of that from away fans just make this a great atmosphere down at Big Fella Stadium.
Josh Hardcastle, latest Featherstone Rovers signing on a 2-year contract. How does that feel?
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Really good club, and they've welcomed me open arms this year, so I'm happy to come down and have a crack at it for the next 2 seasons.
And you've been going really well in the pre-season, obviously impressed John Sharp, and when we were talking to him after the game last Sunday, he was saying how you'd been putting that extra mile into training. What's it been like making that transition from the Lions into Featherstone Rovers with the training regimes?
Oh, it's been difficult training like 3-4 times a week at the minute. I'm used to training once or twice if I could be bothered really. So it's been hard, but all the lads have helped me through. But you get through it and just getting used to all aches and pains now, and finally getting into it.
And you're in the squad for Wakefield on tomorrow. Are you hoping to get some game time out there tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be hoping to just carry on playing, and it's like playing really. Train all week, you want to play at the end of it, so if you get a bit of game time, it's a bonus, but obviously it's a big test against a Super League club, so might not get as much as expected, but that's what it is, isn't it? It's rugby.
And there's a couple more trialists from Lions down here, isn't there, with Kitchen and Lions. How do you think that there's a better link being forged between Featherstone Lions and Featherstone Rovers now?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think Jamie Rooney's helped out. He's coaching down there, so there's obviously links with him. Been here before, and we played a friendly last year against Rovers. So I think stuff's in place now for clubs to start merging a bit more together. And there's obviously local talent around here, so it'll be good for fans, I think, to see a bit more from that team.
And there seems to be a bit of a buzz. You're having the photo shoot done this morning. A bit of a buzz between all the players in the squad. How have you fit into that?
Yeah, everyone's been bang on with me really, can't complain. Everyone's always goes out of the way to speak to me and make you feel welcome, and everyone's been the same, so I can't knock anyone down there today now.